What is up and welcome back everyone. Today we'll be putting my 2004 STI over there for winter storage and taking my 2004 Forester and getting it out of the garage. So we have a couple things to do that first. That means we gotta wash both the cars because, well, this car's been sitting here for the past 4 months and the STI needs a wash before it goes into storage. But to get the Forester moving, we need to switch the battery and we need to put on some new wipers and all that stuff. So we have a couple things today to do, and then maybe also finishing up some of the stuff to do with mounting this roof rack. I want to just make it a little more aerodynamic. It's not the most aerodynamic thing, but we can take our plastic brackets that we got from the car when we pulled off the stock roof rack and put those on. So let's get to it. If you guys live in Alberta, or if you even live in Canada, you might know that it is going to be winter in about one day. This is probably a delayed video, but it is going to snow very soon. So that means that this guy needs to be over on the other side by the time it snows, which means I need to take it for one last drive just to warm it up and get it washed. If you guys know where I live in Alberta, and it's actually supposed to snow very, very soon. So that means that we got to put this guy over in the storage area. It means we need to get the Forester ready to roll through the snow. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this guy out and washed. But the concern with that is it's 3 degrees Celsius, which I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's not that warm. It's almost freezing. So that means that we gotta be fast washing these cars because my hands are gonna freeze if not. So I'm gonna try to do as much as I can inside the garage before I roll the stuff outside to wash them. And with that being said, I know I did say I want to wash the STI first, but I do think we should get the Forester moving so we can actually wash them both at pretty much the same time, because I only want to make one load up the foam cam in once. So what we're going to do is we're going to change a super crusty battery. It doesn't even work anymore, so I'm going to change this out for, I got a brand new good battery that I know is going to turn this car over in the winter. Eventually maybe we'll look at doing some dual 6-volt like motorsports batteries, but not right now. We're going to change this just with a good battery that I can use through the winter. So I got to pop this off. I would want to paint this, but we don't have enough time, so I'll put that on my list of things that we got to do sometime this winter. So the battery is now out. I've got the battery tray washing, and now we just got to go ahead and kind of clean up this area because it's pretty disgusting. And then I think we can go ahead, toss the new battery in. What I'm actually going to do is the same thing we did on the STI when we started it, is just get some oil run through it. So pull the ignition and then cycle it a bit and then put the ignition fuse back in, and we should be good to go. And hopefully it doesn't sound like it's going to blow up like it usually does. And with that area cleaned up, it's time to move on to those things I talked about last episode. Where did they go? They're over here. These things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Dremel bit and just hack them off to the appropriate length. So I'll take these guys, hack them off to the appropriate length, and then just clip them on with their one little clip up top. And it will just give us a little bit more aerodynamic advantage, I guess you would say. Is not much. Look at these. These are like boxed in, right? So they're not going to cause a huge amount of aerodynamics, but it looks cool and it holds a lot. So that's really all that matters when you put on a roof rack anyways. So yeah, let's go ahead, cut these, get these on. As you probably saw, I took the holder for the battery and put it in some cleaner, hopefully trying to clean it off a bit. I don't have a rust bath right now, so I'm putting in some cleaner. Hopefully that will clean it just a little bit. If not, I can go grab some rust bath and put it on, because yeah, those brackets were extremely rusty, so we want to just try to clean it up as much as we can while we put it on the car. And now with those marked up, it's time to take the Dremel, cut them off here, and then I also got to cut off that little centerpiece because that's where one of our bolts is now. So I'm just gonna take the little cutter wheel and cut this piece off, and we should be able to just slap these on hopefully. And there we go, we got 2 cut pieces of the old roof rack. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna take these and slap them up here. But with only one mounting spot, they're actually a little loose when I was test fitting them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put hot glue on there, because as you can see, This actually moves quite a bit, so I'm gonna kind of stabilize that. And then, you know, the classic car thing I like to do is put a blob of hot glue there, and then it will make contact with that and hopefully hold this on so it doesn't shake about and scratch my paint. And there we go. We have our plastic trim all mounted up, and it's on there. I don't want to shake it too hard because I might shake it off, but we got both sides on there. I try to keep them as even as possible, but I think this one's a little farther out, but it still works. And then you shake it. They're stuck on there enough that they won't move around in the wind, so I'm happy with that. Anyways, now it's time to go ahead and put the battery in the Forester, start up the STI, get the STI out of here. I also got to wash my paddleboard, but get these cars out here and the paddleboard, and also those are car dollies for the STI. We're going to put it on so we can move around the garage this winter. Got to wash those too. So I have 4 things to wash in 4 degrees. So wish me luck. But yeah, so let's get the Forester started up and the STI also started up. And with the new battery in, it's time to go ahead, pull that ignition fuse, which hopefully it's the same as the STI, down here. Wow, I haven't seen those in a while. It's kind of weird sitting in this car that I haven't drove for 4 months. So we'll give it a little turnover. Okay. And honestly, I'll do one more because I know this car has oiling issues, especially to the heads. Perfect. Okay, time to open the garage door and see if it actually fires. And here we go. So garage door is open now, so we can fire it up. And cross your fingers. Interesting. I say I know cars, and then I do that. I forgot to put the ignition fuse back in. So now it should have lots of oil and fuel. So let's see if it turns over first try. Well, bam, no problem. Just revving at almost 1,700, but we're live and it doesn't sound like it's falling apart either. So good thing we did that oil, but we're gonna let this run for a little bit because, well, it hasn't ran for a long time. Ooh, ECU's figuring out some stuff. And then we'll get the STI started and move both cars outside. And now the more fun car of the two. Well, right now the more fun car. With the sun setting, we've got our foam cannon ready, and I'm just filling up our 2 buckets here for the 2-bucket method. You know, typical 2-bucket method. If you don't know, I have why I use a foam cannon video that covers my whole wash method, so you can follow along with that. But yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the STI first because it's the least, the car that I want to get scratched the least, and then we'll move to the Forester, and then finally just splash off the car dollies. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this before the sun completely sets. And there we go, we have 1 Subaru, 2 Subarus in the garage. So we got them washed. It was really cold and really dark. It is 4 degrees out, so I made sure I had warm water so it wasn't that bad, but still you could see the steam rising from the cars when I was washing them. So my neighbors probably think I'm crazy, but I mean, I have 2 Subarus, so what do you expect? Anyways, so with that, they're not clean the best just because it was cold out and whatever, but they're clean, especially important on this guy because it is going to be sitting here for a while, and I just noticed some more scratches, which is always great, but I do have to do maybe a polish on this. I don't know exactly what yet. Then we got our car dollies, so that's what we're gonna put the STI on real soon. And then there we have the clean Forester. It hasn't been washed in forever, but it looks so cool with this rack on, guys. Check that out. I will have to probably put better glue because I think, yeah, there, I blasted this one off, so we got to use some like 3M or something to hold that on. But yeah, the wax on the roof and this, so like I wax these strips because it's gonna be hard to get a polisher under there after. Beat it right off. Same with the rack. The rack's waxed because, well, why not when you're putting it on as a add some protection? But we definitely gotta polish this. It's actually got like overspray, I think, and got this. And also I locked myself out when I was moving it around because the command star isn't recognized yet. So yeah, that's an issue. But they both are, it runs, so that's a good thing because I need it for winter driving because it's about to snow. Anyways, I think now we can go ahead and take our car dollies and put them under the STI. I think my strategy for this is I was going to do the back ones first, but I think I'll do the front ones first. I'll put them on, and then because we have to pretty much go from the sides because I can't get a jack under the front because, well, low Subaru problems. So that we'll put them on under the fronts, and then we'll go ahead and move it and do both of the back because we can lift from the rear diff. And then I think we'll be pretty much done with today's episode. Well, there we go. We have the STI on the casters, so we should be able to move around. Not easily, but we can move it around. I just tried to push it sideways, and it's just because the floor is kind of rough, so it actually kind of like grips up, but we just got to get it from here to over there, but that won't be today because I have the paddleboard drying and stuff. But there we go. The STI is ready for winter storage as the snow is coming, so perfect timing. But this isn't the last time you'll see the STI on the channel for a while. I do have some stuff I want to do over this winter, and I have stuff I want to do with the Forester too, so we aren't slowing down on content. I actually have a list about 17 things long for videos, so we're hopefully still keeping up with the video a week now that I have my server back up, we should be able to do that. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this Subaru vlog, I guess. But that is going to be it for today's video. I think it was a little bit of a shorter one, but that's alright because we had the long one with the roof rack last week. So that is all good. If you guys enjoyed the content, be sure to comment and like so the algorithm actually sends out my videos. And if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe so you guys don't miss any of the content with either one of these cars. But that's all, so peace out and stay humble.